The following is a fan-based discussion. All materials discussed are property of Toei Inc., Bandai, and Saban Entertainment. Hello everybody, welcome back again to the Tokucast Bottom 10 show. Did you forget we called it that?
We're scraping the bottom of the trash can here.
We really are. And
not the barrel. The barrel sometimes has something good in it.
Though you may not see it, we have a bucket off camera just in case we get physically ill from this one. We are doing the worst suits in Kamen Rider. Now,
this is for those who have been with us since the beginning, the first top 10 we ever did was the best Kamen Rider costumes. Now we are coming back to do the worst ones.
Now this is purely aesthetic. This is
just aesthetics, no powers or anything.
Yeah, this is nothing about function. This is all fashion. We have some dishonorable mentions that we want to go over first. I'll start. Gaim's pineapple form. I'm sorry.
You know how sometimes you're just like, okay, what were you thinking, and who at Bandai let you get away with this? This is one of those times.
I don't even have words. The shoulders.
I do. They came up with the original design, which was an orange, and then they tried to make other fruits come up, and none of them look good.
Until he got his powered up one.
I mean, to be fair, some of them look alright. Like, mango looks fine. Strawberry looks okay.
Not the biggest fan of it.
But, I mean,
it's not the worst. It's not as bad as pineapple which is just ugly.
Pineapple just makes you want to slap your mama. Happy Mother's Day.
And
we're recording this close to Mother's Day.
This video has been immediately dated.
Yeah. But it should be Mother's Day every day. Celebrate your mom every day. So there you go.
The more you know.
Marcus, do you have any?
No, it's just all full of sadness now.
Well, it's only going to get worse.
Number 10?
Let's kick it off at number 10. The Apple Riders from Gaim.
The 73 of them that we get.
Mainly the ones after the first one is introduced, because one, lazy, two, they never look as good, especially like Jam and all of the other ones. Silver Apple.
Yep. I'm looking at it right now.
Why?
Also, why use the same form?
Like, we understand that the apple makes a lot of sense in show, the whole Garden of Eden thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're
why?
Reusing.
But do you think if the apple were the most important, you'd try to make it look
better
than this?
Because Gaim had how many movies? 8 bajillion of them? And half of them had an Apple Rider in it?
Something like that.
Yeah. And then the final episode of the show had an Apple Rider in it?
Yep. And he looked the worst.
He absolutely...
Jam looks terrible.
He looks fucking
You can't even make jam out of that.
No, you could. You just have to pulverize him into liquid.
That's applesauce, isn't
That's
it?
meat jam.
It'd be better than the character we got.
Yeah.
It would be.
Number 9.
Number 9. Kamen Rider Drive type formula.
It's so middle heavy.
It is middle heavy. I'll give you that. I don't mind it as much.
I hate the way it looks.
But I understand
it's that chess piece.
It is that
giant bulky ass.
And the fact that there's really nothing else to the costume.
It's just that and the spoiler behind them, and that I'm just sitting here like, ew.
I mean, looking at this picture now, here is this right next to Triderone, type Triderone, which was number 3 if you remember on our best list. We had to go down a long and painful road to get there.
That road was a racetrack where formula was found.
Yes.
But, again...
A racetrack where the Kamen Rider kept bumping into doorways because his chest piece was...
Like, they don't end up using it that often except for the actual finisher of formula. Because, as you can see, it's because it's so middle heavy, you can't really fight in the form itself.
Yeah.
And I hate it when they end up making things like that. It's just like, having this whole one part of it. It's just like, you really can't do anything now.
Not aesthetically pleasing.
Number 8.
But still not as bad as number 8. Kamen Rider Forze's magnet states.
Same issue.
My God.
Although
it's not really mid-heavy, it's more top-heavy.
It's extremely top-heavy.
Like, the biggest thing that it has over formula is the fact that it has, the actual magnets over it that shoot.
I love the first time he tried using the magnets and his arms clamped together and a bicycle flew and got stuck to him and then trucks got stuck to him and it was the greatest scene ever.
It just looks like a caricature drawn by a drunk person.
It's just too much, and at the same time,
it's too much, but at the same time, it's like it's too heavy. But at the same time, it's too little.
Especially coming off,
which is a little
Fire.
Bit of a paradox. But
Coming off of Fire in a lot of states.
Yeah, those look great.
Those look really
I love
good.
the way those look.
And, Cosmic as well. But it's just like, then we end up getting to this one.
I even love the way his base costume looks.
Yeah, it's weird. It's so top heavy. It's just like you really can't do anything with it. And because of that, because of the fact that he really can't move with it, he ends up becoming less powerful. So,
not good.
Still not as bad as some of the other ones. Who's
next we're going to kick it old school. Up next, we got Rider Man.
Why?
He has the plastic ab muscles, but they're very far over on his chest. Because of the arrow that he's got.
But guys, he's the everyman Kamen Rider.
I don't care.
It's such a bad suit. It's just like...
I mean, you look at V3...
No, you know what they did?
What?
They basically forgot to put the bottom part of X's on the suit. So they just left the top half.
That's too.
They're just like, hey, do we need this mouse speed for anything? No, we're good.
I'm looking at V3. He has the separated things as well on far sides of his chest. But his looks like grasshopper skin.
It's a dragon.
It looks like an insect exoskeleton.
Yeah.
On him, it just looks like they forgot something.
No, it looks like they made a really weird small vest.
That too.
And then he gets the hook arm, right?
He gets the hook arm.
And he was played by Gact in the movie.
Yes. I mean, even Gact can't save you. That's saying something. Number next. Kamen Rider Stronger.
It looks inflatable.
He has an inflatable bouncy castle on his shoulders.
It looks like they took a bike pump.
It looks like they had to
plugged it into him and did this about 60 times.
Do you think they had to cut because it deflated? Cut!
It's just
action.
No, the actor had a little Carither here that it could...
It's sort of the same issue that Forza Magnet States and Type Formula have. Where it just looks, in this case, it just looks top heavy.
It looks top heavy, but the thing is, at least...
Not to mention the giant ass helmet.
Well, with Type Formula, it looks like plastic. With Magnet States, it looks like heavier metallic plastic. And this, it just looks like foam.
It looks like that.
Like plastic. Like a bouncy castle.
It's a mess.
It's a mess.
That's an inflatable mess.
Make it stop. Number 4.
Something that's even more of a mess, and also top heavy. Kamen Rider Toki.
Did not realize
from the Kiba movie. Hibiki movie, sorry.
Did not realize the theme of top heaviness in our list until just now, but you were trying to make a Yeti?
No, have you seen that video of the guy dancing around the grocery store with the mannequin head on top of him?
Yeah.
This looks like that.
Yeah.
This looks exactly... Are you
talking about that walk to the store video with the mannequin guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He puts the mannequin head in the hoodie and just...
It looks exactly like that because his head, he forgot all of the rest of his day.
He skipped leg day, he skipped ab day, it was just the arm, it was just the chest.
And neck.
All he worked out was his chest and his neck.
Yes, it's like...
It looks like you took a Kamen Rider Hibiki head off of an action figure and put it on the head of a Donkey Kong Country action figure.
Or really, it looks like you just took a rubber head and stretched it.
Or that.
I get they were trying to go for a Yeti or Abominable Snowman.
I feel like there's better ways to do that.
Yeah. Especially when the bottom of his chest plate has teeth.
Yeah.
It's
so now his chest is trying to eat the rest of him.
Yes.
Trying to make him smaller.
He's just going to be like a torso walking around like this.
Trying to make him normal size.
It's bad.
Next.
Fuck.
We get away from top heaviness to something that's hand heavy instead. Kamen Rider Maid.
All of them. Like we get it.
Their base color is like the ugliest shade of beige.
It reminds me of my first car. Remember that the Volvo?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. I get that they're unrefined magic gemstones, and that is very prevalent in the face, or prevalent, sorry. But what the fuck is with the hand? You're not Hellboy.
Even Hellboy's hand is smaller than this.
Not to mention when you can see the ring in the giant hand, and it just looks stupid.
Yeah.
It's why? Half of this list is just why the movie, but
why though?
And then they gave everybody one.
Everybody got one, including a little kid.
It looks horrific. and not in, like I'm
also
scared
beige
of it
and
way.
beige and orange.
Beige, orange,
beige and green, and beige and light blue.
Well, you mainly see the orange because of the movie and stuff, but sweet Jesus,
They all just look so bad.
they look terrible.
The
It's bad.
the series.
Also, they were useless, but I know that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah. Oh God. Make it stop.
We can't because we still have to get to number 3, which is 2 things. Kamen Rider X-Aid's level 1 and Kamen Rider X-Aid level 99.
Cause same problem. Who the fuck thought Chibi Kamen Rider was a good idea?
I mean, to be fair, they were going for the 8-bit thing, but it doesn't work in real life.
No,
it does not work in real. It's if you've ever seen that realistic drawing of Mario,
Yeah.
the same principle. Doesn't work.
I bet it's terrible for the suit actors.
Level 1 looks like a theme park mascot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Looks like something out of a Five Nights at Freddy's reject.
Like, I bet you, like, the suit actor, because I've seen the suit actor for 99, because they actually have him, like, on partial stilts inside of the 99.
Oh my gosh.
Also, I just thought of a fucking Five Nights at Freddy's mob with all the level 1 forms. I think that's more scary.
And if you say that, it looks like the actor's head is disappearing into the rest of the suit.
Help, I'm being swallowed by a terrible 8-bit character.
And not only, like, the arms are way too big. It looks like he's struggling to keep them up. It looks like his knees are about to buckle in on themselves.
Yep.
Because he can't stand up properly.
Also, when he holds the fucking
sword.
The sword.
It's like holding a toothpick.
Yep.
I really can't
his arms
wait.
are so friggin' big. That's Hellboy. He's got the Hellboy arms.
Wait until we end up getting to Muteki,
like
so we don't have to see this again. And when we get Muteki, we don't have to see this again, and I'm so excited for
yeah, when we get his final form, we do not have to ever see it again.
Why did they do this, though?
Because they thought, hey, we could do Kachidoki with this too, right? No, guys, all right.
Kachidoki looked amazing, though. That was number 1 on our best list.
Let's also reiterate that these are completely our opinions, and if you like level 1 or level 99 or anything else that's been on this
Share your
list,
most hated ones in the comments.
Oh, please do so.
Please do. I like seeing you guys' top 10 lists in the comments.
But even that is not as bad as the next one.
He's nowhere near the level of fabulous of gluing a furry boa to the back of your head. That is Kamen Rider 15.
You can't really say it much better than gluing a boa to the back of your head, can you?
It's like they took 7 ferrets, skinned them, set it partially on fire, put it out, pissed on it, and then glued it to the back of your head. That's how you get 15.
And
he has these giant freaking horns
that say 15
on the front of his head that say 15. He has like a 12-pack of abs, but they're all really small and like scrunched up around his chest.
It looks like the rest of the concept, the first like sketch concept for Kamen Rider Skull.
Yeah.
Except
they started drawing him and never stopped. It's a little too over-designed.
It's
ugly.
It is ugly as hell.
UGLY, you ain't got no alibi.
I'm saving the rest of my hatred for number 1.
Yeah.
I think most of us are. But Kamen Rider 15 sucks.
Yeah, let's just move on to the...
Number 1. Ooh. I feel sick just looking at it. Kamen Rider Heart.
I'm good. Oh, he just died.
R.I.P. in peace, Marcus. The Tokucast
will
continue without you.
On paper, making Heart a Kamen Rider is a good idea in the movie. On paper, great plot for his character because one of the I wouldn't say greatest but better Kamen Rider villains we've had. Just giving him Triderone with his horns and a more scary looking face.
And, a bottom part of his cape.
And the bottom part of his cape. It is the thing of nightmares.
I wonder how much money they just didn't have at this point, because this was made, what?
No, that's the sad thing. They had a decent amount of money.
It's really detailed.
Yeah, the amount of detail.
It's extremely detailed.
But the fact that it was just really just a reused suit.
It's a reused suit.
Time, they were also...
the horns. Like you look at it compared to his monster form. The horns are all smoothed out. It looks like a pair of like Texas Longhorns after you went out with a
shoulder pads, which look
like they have fangs growing out of them.
It's like they moved all of the money.
He has a giant codpiece.
They moved all the money that they could possibly have used to make a new costume for this instead of just reusing Trideron. They used all of that money that they weren't using towards Ghosts and Amazons, and they had like $20 left. And that's how we got this.
It's
and he still has the sneakers, the wheels on the sneakers, which don't go with anything.
I had to wash and taste of throw up being shit out of my mouth. You'll be okay.
No,
well, thank you again for joining the Tokucast Bottom 10 show. We need help.
We are so sorry that we had to put those images on your screen.
Look at them. Witness them like we did.
But as he said, tell us your least favorites if it's not already on the list. And as always, like, subscribe. If there's anything that you think we should do a bottom 10 for, maybe we already did a top 10 and we haven't thought about it yet.
Yeah.
Always put that in the comment section. We love hearing about it. And as always, we will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.
Stop.